Mike Morgan likes to say that the city of Camarillo is going to be built out in the next 6 years. And I think that several members of the city council see finishing Camarillo as part of their legacy. But the problem is, over the last 20 to 36 years, the population of Camarillo has changed, the demographics of Camarillo has changed, and we need to have engagement with the people that live here. I spent the last decade working as a policy educator and advocate, and I've spent about 15 years working as a community mediator. And the reason I like working as a policy advocate and a community mediator is because those are two professions where you bring people to the table to sit down and engage that otherwise would not be participating in the systems that have a direct impact on their life. So I'm running for city council because I want to do just that. I want to engage and empower the residents of Camarillo. I want them to know what's happening through social media, town hall forums, and coffee meetups. And not only do I want them to know what's happening, I think that the city of Camarillo, both the staff and the council members, need to hear from the residents that live in Camarillo when it comes to the options that are before the city council members and the decisions that they make. There needs to be a two-way conversation regarding the future of the city, and the city of Camarillo needs to step up and start that conversation with the residents that live here. So I'm asking you to vote yes on Jameson for Camarillo City Council.
Thank you, Mr. Lingle. Mr. Little, your closing statement.
Yes, thank you. We live in a city that is ranked as the 23rd best city to live in the United States and the 6th best city to live in California. Think what we have in addition to the best climate in the world. We have a city that is financially strong. We have a safe city because of a well-trained and well-equipped police department. Our city is beautiful. Our streets are well-maintained, and city services are responsive to our needs. In addition, we have a world-class library that provides programs for everyone, outstanding schools, including our own state-of-the-art high school, and a beautiful new hospital under construction. All this just didn't happen. It takes planning, foresight, and hard work. It takes council members who have a vision of what a balanced community should be, and that's not always easy to accomplish. Some of the issues I'll be working on in the next coming 4 years include the drought and its impacts, including the just approved desalination plant project, which is going to take a large part of the council's time over the next several years, traffic congestion, increased economic development, and continuing the vitalization of our old town, Camarillo. I will continue to support our city's business community as I have for many years. I have the knowledge and experience to successfully deal with these issues, and I will try to find the answers that take into account all the viewpoints. I pledge to represent you to the best of my ability. I will not fail you. You know my record. I respectfully ask for your vote, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Little. Mr. Lorimer, your closing statement.
I want to thank you guys for attending tonight. You know, for 8 years, I've been coming to this chambers. I have nothing bad to say about these people as individuals. Bill, all of them. Kevin, they're great human beings. But that's not why you vote for people. You vote for people to make your generation better and the next generation better. You put people in office to solve problems. You don't put them in office to ignore them and have residents come out here week after week and ask them the question, why don't they serve the needs of the people in this community? And you know something? The needs have not been met, okay? You know something? We have seniors, 30%, 20,000 seniors in our senior center. For 10 years, I've been coming here. And 2 years ago, they said, well, we're going to get together with them. They have not. Crime. The most important thing, the safety of your community, and the mayor says it's not as bad as it appears, and then the city manager goes, it's a normal cycle. Is that what you want? Is that the people you want in office? They have not addressed those issues. What about the Fiesta scandal? You know, somebody was sentenced today, and you know something? No new policy, nothing. That is where we're at today. I care about the people. I'm not backed by special interests, but you know something? I want to solve problems. I come here and I've offered solutions, and you know something? You need to read your candidate statement. You really need to focus in on that, not the fancy flyers, not the endorsements. It's about a person who cares and thinks about your family and your well-being. And that's what I want to be as a council person. I want to solve problems, and I'm willing to work with anybody. And that's what it takes, is to come up here and actually challenge the people you have working for you and say, you know, there's a better solution, and I want to be part of it. And you know something? That's the job of a council person, to care about everybody. I want everybody to be safe. I want business owners to feel that they're not being overtaxed. And again, I hope you'll consider me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lormer. Mr. Kildee, your closing statement.
Yeah, I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for having this. This has been fun. I enjoy this. I enjoy dialogue. I enjoy the residents being excited to live here. There's a lot of excitement in our city. I not only live, but I work here. As many of you know, I've had the distinct pleasure of knowing every council member that's ever been elected to the city of Camarillo, and that puts me in a very unusual situation here, and all of them have served with distinction with one goal in mind, and that's the betterment of this city. And like I always say, I stand on the shoulders of giants here. I have the passion, I have the energy. It's my way of giving back to the residents of this city that have been so good to my family and I through actually decades here. I have an open-door policy. I consider myself a retail elected official. I don't care who comes through my door. I treat everybody the same here. I'm a good listener. I roll up my sleeves. I do the best of my ability to solve people's problems that they have here. I'm so proud of so many things that Camarillo residents do, but one of the things that I'm so proud of is the fact that we have the highest volunteer rate of any city in the county. That is amazing. And I'm going to ask the residents to keep continuing that, because as we know, a lot of the other generations aren't joiners like my generation and other generations were. So we need to make sure that we keep doing that volunteerism. Again, my name is Kevin Kildee. I'm first on the ballot. I work for you. The only thing that I care about in Camarillo is the betterment of our city. We are poised to do some great, great things in the future. Camarillo's best days are ahead of it.
Thank you, Mr. Kildee. Mr. Tremblay.
Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce and for the opportunity to participate this evening. Camarillo is a wonderful place to live, but we can do better. Why vote for me? I'm not an incumbent, and I'm committed to changing the way that this City Council operates. I have the qualifications and the background to do just that. I know how local government operates, and I know, more importantly, how it should operate for the benefit of our citizens. The current City Council members have been in office for a long, long time, collectively 108 years and 27 terms. They are well-intentioned. The city has benefited from their efforts, and I thank them for their service. But as a group, it's my belief that they've become insular, and we need new leadership. Bringing some new perspective and leadership to the council will help our city. If I'm fortunate enough to be elected, I'd like to do the things I've been advocating now for several months. First, create new opportunities for far better communications between the City Council and its residents. It's a two-way street, and that includes regular town hall meetings, use of social media, and an advanced calendaring system. Secondly, and very importantly, have this City Council affirmatively exercise leadership by reaching out to the other public agencies in Camarillo, the Recreation and Park District, the Healthcare District, the school districts, and Camarosa, et cetera. This is going to result in better leadership and better programs and facilities for our residents, like the Senior Center. Thirdly, I really want to focus on the attraction and retention of business in the city, streamlining our permitting system, and conducting a top-down review of fees charged to businesses. And finally, quality of life, which we haven't had a chance to talk too much about tonight, but increasing our economic vitality and creating jobs within our existing urban core is extremely important, and we can do that through creative planning and mixed-use infill development, taking into account both water and traffic concerns. I'm proud to be endorsed by the Ventura County Star, by Supervisor Kathy Long, and many other elected officials. I respectfully ask for your vote in this election. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tremblay. A big thank you to all of our candidates. Yes, please. Thank you to our audience members, our viewers as well. I want to thank the Chamber staff for all their work in putting this together. I'm Bill Locker, your moderator. Very pleased to be here. Thank you all and have a good night. Well on you.